Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you back to the San Francisco franchise here on Madden Football. The 49ers are on the road this week in Houston, Texas to play the Texans at NRG Stadium. The Texans have lost 2 games in a row to the Steelers and the Jets, and while neither team is what I would call juggernauts, they are good, and the Texans will undoubtedly be looking for a win at home to turn around the skid they're on. Whatever they do, they'll have to do it with their backup quarterback Case Keenum, since Deshaun Watson is still out with an injury. 2 new acquisitions this season for the Texans is Antonio Brown from the Steelers and Darius Slay from the Lions. With their talent and experience, the 49ers will need to play a very clean game to come out on top. Now that both teams are ready for the first half, let's get ready for some football as the 49ers take on the Texans on the Football Freaks Sports Network. The Texans start out the football game with the ball on their own 25-yard line. Keenum gives off to Lamar Miller and up the hash marks. He goes for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Keenum tries a quarterback draw, and it is stuffed. 3rd and 7. The handoff is to Miller, and he almost gets the first down, but not quite. So the ball goes over to the 49ers. Garoppolo gives to McKinnon, and he's up the middle for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Garoppolo drops way back, throws, and it is incomplete, and Jimmy Garoppolo is down. An injured elbow from first glance, but we'll have to see how serious that is. Thomas comes on, and he throws an interception. Darius Slay shows that he was an excellent acquisition by making that grab right out of the hands of Lester Jordan, and I mean right out of the hands. So the Texans have it at midfield. Keenum throws, and it's almost intercepted by Ahkello Witherspoon. Case Keenum is hurt and walking off the field holding his chest. So that brings on Irv Miller, quarterback number 3 on the depth chart, and he gives to Miller, and he has a 9-yard gain. Harlan throws, and it's almost intercepted, knocked down by Jimmy Ward. Josh Lambo on for a 58-yard field goal, and it's up and good. That puts the Texans on top 3-0. Now on 3rd and 7, Thomas completes it over the middle to Lester Jordan for a first down. Thomas back to pass again. Throws complete to Bryce Butler, and he catches it at the 49-yard line for a 9-yard gain. Denoris Searcy is injured for the Texans. McKinnon goes the right side, and he has the first down across the 50-yard line. Thomas throws. McKinnon catches at the 44-yard line. 43-yard line. And Thomas can't get the play off in time, making too many changes at the line of scrimmage. And the pass is long and caught by Lester Jordan at inside the 5, and he is tackled inside the 1. Taking a look at the replay on this, his feet make it in, but the ball doesn't. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 3-0 Texans. Now let's go to Eurocat Baby for an injury update.
This is not good news for either team, Husker. On the 49ers side of the ball, Jimmy Garoppolo has aggravated his elbow bursitis and will not be returning to the game.
No.
The training staff isn't saying, though, if it will be longer than that, but they're hoping for the best. Next is on the Texans side of the ball. Both Denoris Searcy and Case Keenum have gone out of the game with what was thought of as chest injuries, while DeNorris has merely bruised a rib or two and will be back in the game. That is not true of Case Keenum. He has actually broken a few ribs and will be out for at least 8 to 9 weeks. So the second-year quarterback, Irv Harlan, will be leading the charge for the Texans for the rest of the game. Now with Deshaun Watson still out, that means if he gets hurt, they could rely on Braxton Miller, who, as you know, was a pretty good quarterback in his days at Ohio State.
Well, as bad as that is for the 49ers, it's even worse for the Texans. Now they have to rely on their third-string quarterback. It's a good thing that Deshaun Watson is going to be back next week. He's been out since week number 8, and this couldn't be better timing for the Texans. Now on 3rd and goal from the 1, Thomas takes it himself, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. It's a good thing he only had to break the plane because McKinney looked so much bigger than him. Now the return, and Ellington brings it out of the end zone and doesn't even get to the 15-yard line. So from the 12, well, just outside the 12, Lamar Miller takes it up the left hash mark, and he has 5 yards. 3rd and 5 now. Harlan to Brown, and he has the first down. And DeForest Buckner is down. He injured his elbow as well. That could be serious for the 49ers. And Akello Witherspoon sacks Harlan for a 5-yard loss. And now out to Hopkins goes the pass, and he has room to run. And it looked like he was gone, but he was finally caught by a Prince Amukamara. And Miller takes it up the middle for a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 for the Texans. Foreman gets the call, and he has the first down. And Navarro Bowman is down. He injured his arm. That is a lot of injuries for the 49ers side of the ball. And a fumble. Foreman can't hold on to it. And who is that? That is Ray Armstrong with the recovery, and the 49ers have the ball just outside the 10-yard line at the 13. Thomas back to pass. Gets sacked. Sam Hubbard getting to him for a 3-yard loss. Again, Thomas is back to pass. Throws complete to Bryce Butler at the 19-yard line. 3rd and 4. Thomas gives to McKinnon. He runs the left side, and he has the first down out to the 25-yard line. They give it to him at the 26. Thomas throws. Jordan catches it, and he is gone, folks. 20-10, touchdown 49ers. Thomas on a perfectly thrown pass in stride. All Lester Jordan had to do was jump up, make a sweet move to avoid being tackled by Darius Slay, and into the end zone for the 49ers' 2nd touchdown. And that goes out of bounds. Marquette King with the muscle spasm or something. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with your score, 14-3 San Francisco. And Foreman gets the ball again, has big yardage inside 49er territory, tackled just outside the 43. 1st and 10. The Texans in the hurry-up offense now. Harlan back to pass, completes it to Antonio Brown, and he is all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. On a 43-yard touchdown pass, Brown makes his worth known as he has to turn around for that catch and into the end zone for the Texans score. 14-10. And with 1:38 left on the clock, can Thomas and the 49ers do anything with it? And that is a 9-yard pickup. Thomas back to pass again, throws to Janis at midfield. 53 seconds. 2nd and 10. Juszczyk inside the 45. 37 seconds and counting. Thomas throws deep, and it's incomplete, intended for Bryce Butler. Oh, they're going to try a 60-yard field goal, and Robbie Gould is short. So that ends the first half with your score 14-10. Surprisingly, Thomas is having a good day throwing the ball, and the Texans are running all over the 49ers. Let's see if the second half goes any different. The 49ers are winning the ball control, time of possession. Let's watch that, because that could be an impact here in the second half. Thomas throws out to Juszczyk, and he has it over the 30-yard line for a 6-yard gain. McKinnon on the play fake. The throw complete to Jordan over the 40-yard line. First down for the 49ers. 3rd down coming up here, and it is incomplete, intended for Bryce Butler. And after a 3 and out, 49ers have it again, and it's a fumbled. Oh, no. Now McKinnon can't hang on to it, being hit by Timmy Jernigan. Ooh, real hard. And the battle for the ball, and McKinney comes up with it, and he has it at the 48-yard line. So the Texans take over in 49er territory. Harlan back to pass, and it's complete to Miller out in the flats, and he has a 7-yard gain. Back to pass on 3rd down, and it's complete to Brown inside the 30. Harlan back to pass again, and he's throwing complete to Will Fuller inside the 5. First down at the 2. And Lamar Miller goes untouched into the end zone. The 49ers having a job slowing down the tandem of Miller and Foreman. And with that touchdown, the Texans take the lead in the game, 17-14. Irv Harlan, a key player on that drive, having 45 yards through the air. McKinnon now takes it up the middle to the 30-yard line, and it's a 5-yard gain. McKinnon again for the first down over the 30-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter with your score 17-14 Texans. 3rd and 9 for the 49ers now. Thomas back to pass and is chased down by J.J. Watt. That forces the punt, and the Texans have the ball. Harlan alone in the backfield, throws, and it's intercepted. Malcolm Smith on the pick, and he takes it inside the 20. So the 49ers will have the ball inside the red zone to start this drive. At the 14, Thomas back to pass and is sacked. Zach Cunningham getting to him back at the 17. Back to pass again. Complete to O'Leary. A first down inside the 5-yard line. At the 2, Thomas throws, and it's intercepted. Jadeveon Clowney. Oh, what a mistimed pass that was. And all Nick O'Leary can do is watch as Clowney makes the interception. Houston can't do anything with it, so it is San Francisco ball again. And Bell catches that one for a 9-yard pickup. 3rd down and 1. Juszczyk takes it up the middle, powers his way for a first down. McKinnon with another power run takes it over the 45, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning with your score 17-14 Texans. Thomas hands off to McKinnon, and he's taken down in the backfield, and he is injured as well. Let's hope it's not serious, holding his head the way he was. 3rd and 7. And that one is over the top of Lester Jordan. So on 4th and 7, this could be the ball game. And Jeff Janis has the first down inside Texan territory at the 38. Thomas launches one, and it is caught inside the 5-yard line by Kenny Bell. The former Viking Xavier Rhodes saves the touchdown, or this one could be in the end zone. Thomas throws to Tayshawn Jones in the end zone, and the 49er bench is on its feet. Well, most of them anyway. High-fiving each other because this is what happened. Look at that. The ball bounces off Rodney Hudson and into the arms of Tayshawn Jones, and the 49ers take the lead 21-17. A minute left to go. Can the Texans come back in this one? It's a completion over the middle to Miller, and he has the first down. And now in the hurry-up offense, 49 seconds, Harlan throws, and it's incomplete. Knocked away by Dookie Inacho. So on 2nd and 10, Harlan throws, complete to Miller again out at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 5. The pass this time goes to Antonio Brown inside 49er territory. And the Texans are in the hurry-up again. 31 seconds left. Harlan throws, and it's picked off. Akello Witherspoon with the interception, taking it back to the 39-yard line. Look at this on the replay. That is heads-up football, my friends. 3rd and 14, and all Thomas has to do is take a knee, and the game is over. 21-17, the 49ers are victorious. What a finish. The Niners put together an outstanding final 2 minutes to come away with a win in Houston. Some of my colleagues are saying that the Texans couldn't beat a college team right now, but I beg to differ with them. Although they aren't having the best season in the world, the talent on their team is irrefutably good, especially the defense. Them without Deshaun Watson is really showing up big time. I would think their passing attack would be much better with him in the ball game, that's for sure. Well, they'll get a chance to shine when he returns for the final 2 games of the season. As for the 49ers, I thought they had the running game figured out, but it just didn't happen today. Another under 50-yard performance on the ground. Nice thing is that Jimmy G was only out for this game and will be back next week. I think that his injury hurt San Francisco's performance, but Zach Thomas really held his own. Those 2 interceptions didn't help his cause any, but 275 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns isn't bad for a backup quarterback. His accuracy is getting better with time, but his decision-making still needs some improvement. He threw into some spots today that, to be honest, shouldn't even be attempted. And somebody tell me, what was the deal with that throw that bounced off Rodney Hudson before getting to Tayshawn Jones? If that isn't an errant throw, I don't know what is. Let's not take anything away from the heads-up play of Jones, because he made an awesome catch there, but still, that was a pretty poor throw. Thomas's favorite target today was Lester Jordan, and it's not that hard to understand why. Look at that rack yardage, and it should give you a clue as to who was really on top of their game today. The Niners came close to doubling the time of possession, so I would say they did a pretty fair job of keeping it out of the hands of that explosive Texan offense. The defense allowed way too many yards on the ground for my liking, but I've said it before, when you play to defend the pass, you tend to allow a few more rushing yards. That, coupled with the fact that Lamar Miller is, well, he is a beast most of the time. It really gives me an understanding of why they had so much success on the ground. Jimmy Ward was the man on defense in this game. At first, I wasn't real thrilled with he and fellow free safety Robinson Therizi's lack of height, but Ward is really showing that he's up for the task of owning that position. If I had to give the defense a label in this game, it would be the consistency crew. It was really nice that they were able to make 2 interceptions, but the consistency of tackles, other than that miscue that opened the end zone to Antonio Brown, was the biggest factor, in my opinion, to their getting the upper hand and allowing the offense to win the game at the end. Next up for the Niners is the last home game of the season against the Carolina Panthers. This is swiftly becoming a rivalry game, and they've split the first 2 meetings, so here in Season 3, we'll be breaking that tie. Well, hopefully. That won't be very easy for San Francisco to do, since the Panthers haven't lost a game since dropping a 3-point game to the Bills in Orchard Park in week number 4. So you can look at it 2 ways. They're unstoppable at 12-2, or they're ripe for a loss. Being that this game is at home this year, the 49ers will definitely have that advantage, but it'll be a tall order to fill. Since the Panthers have the home field advantage wrapped up for this season, they may be playing a lot of backups in this game. One never knows what's going to happen in those situations, but one thing is certain. A win means a whole lot more to the 49ers than the Panthers. San Francisco needs to stay ahead of the Seahawks because they play in Seattle for the season finale, and that could be the deciding factor for the division champs and an eventual playoff spot that will be up for grabs. Tune in for this one because it's going to be good. For now, thank you for tuning in to our Week 15 coverage of the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Please keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it, and make sure that you subscribe and click on that bell for notifications of upcoming videos as well. Fresh off a win in Houston against a really tough defense, can the 49ers put together a game that can put the brakes on arguably the best team in the league? The defense is going to face the toughest challenge of the season. Can they stop Cam Newton and the aerial attack of the Panthers? Jimmy is really going to need to be on his game this next week, and taking advantage of a very strong defense is going to be part of the job. Can he do it? Let's find out together as the Niners host the Panthers in Levi Stadium in a Thursday night showdown. Until I see you in San Francisco for Eurocat, baby, and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.